Hello folks and welcome back to another Wise Gamer video. Today I'm going over something called, this is the game again, Tales of Symphonia for the Nintendo GameCube. And I've been going crazy trying to find more information about the Unison attacks, how they actually worked, because 60% of the times I was trying to use them, they weren't doing nothing. And I'm like, what's up, you know? So I did more research, I went back, I checked notes, and I googled, I even looked for YouTube videos, but most of the YouTube videos I found was just them playing the game and not explaining about the actual Unison attacks and how they work. So I figured I'd release a video telling more about that with commentary so you guys can understand it, because the Unison attacks can be a little confusing in this game at the start, and it was driving me absolutely bonkers because it's supposed to be one of the best battle moves in the game as far as that goes. So I wanted to really get this thing to work. And basically, the Unison attacks, again, you don't get it at the start of the game. You get it about maybe 8 hours into the game. Okay, so you're not going to have it at the start of the game. And basically, if you open up the menu here, and I know I did go over the Unison attacks in some of my past videos, but this one's going to be more in depth about how they actually work. Okay, we could see that number one, the each person is assigned a button, and that's what activates their Unison attack. But now, if you're using the Nintendo, the actual Nintendo controller, it has what they call a Z button, and it's one of the top buttons, and it's called a Z button. Now, if you're not using one of those controllers and you're using a different kind of controller, you have to map one of the keys to activate what the Z button would do. So, and then Lloyd, which is the main guy of the game, his is activated by the A button. Janice is activated by the X button. Kratos, the Y button. Coletta, the B button. Okay, so and then you have the option of setting up which spells you want to put on which activated button to activate that. So let's see here. If you click press on that, it's going to open up the menu, and you could assign any one of their spells to these buttons. Now, at first I didn't understand all these other buttons. I just thought that there was just one button you use, which is the X in this case, okay, for her or for him. And but actually what this is right here, and I'm going to be showing you some images of some controllers, so it's going to make so it's going to tie this together where it makes a lot more sense. This is what you have to do to activate that particular spell once you hit the Z key. Once you hit the Z button, you've got to hit the Z button first, and then here you would use the toggle, okay, up. So you would use the toggle up and then hit the X button, and it should activate Staglamite in this particular case. Same with Beast, same with Ray Satellite, so on and so forth. But to kind of make more sense of this, let's do this. Okay, now here's an image of the actual Nintendo GameCube controller. Now what they're talking about when it comes to that toggle is this button that they have. All right, and then the Z key, I think, is one of these top buttons up here. The Z button, I think it's one of these top buttons up here. I think it's that blue one maybe. All right, so you got to make sure that whichever controller you're using, that you activate that so you can use it. Now I'm using this controller. Whoop. But here's mine. Here's the controller I use, the Logitech F310. So I use this toggle right here to replace the toggle that we saw on the Nintendo GameCube controller. So that's what I'm using for that. And then I just assign this button up here on the top as my Z. So there's my Z, and there's the button that I'm using for that command. Now, for the fourth command in Unison attacks, it shows you pressing two toggles. So I thought I had to press this one to the right, or this one to the left, and this one to the right at the same time, but you don't use two. You just use one, and you just take this one and you go left right. And that's how you activate the most difficult, the fourth command for a unison attack. No, the Nintendo GameCube doesn't have two of these. Actually, it does if you count this yellow one down here. I guess that's kind of a toggle too. So what I did, so we don't have to, do a lot of fights, is I'm going to be resetting this video from time to time just so I don't make an hour-long video. But I did save it where my Unison bar is filled up all the way and ready to use. Okay, so as soon as we jump into the first fight and we go over these Unison attacks, we don't have to sit there and wait for that bar to build back up. Now, a little more about the Unison attacks and getting ready for it. Let's see. Again, this is how you set up whatever ability you want to use. Now, again, the top one, it does show the toggle next to it, like Sword Rain. It shows the toggle next to it right here. But basically, any ability that's set here, you only have to initiate the actual button, the A button. So you don't have to touch the toggle at all. For all the other ones you do, you have to touch the toggle. So for Beast, you have to go up with the toggle and then hit the A. Or for Supersonic, the way I got it set up, you have to go down with the toggle and then hit the A. And these are the most trickiest ones right here, the fourth one. And like I showed you with the controller demonstration, you have to go left, right. You have to go left, right with the toggle, then A, and it should kick in Fierce Demon Fang. So basically, when I go into a fight, because the Unison attack is over in like 5 seconds, you got to do this stuff really quick to get the hits in with all 4 characters that's active in your party. It doesn't give you a lot of time at all, so I just basically go in there and just stop mashing my toggle back and forth while I'm pressing all their buttons. And basically it's been working. But a lot of people claim that they just set up their main attack, just one attack in here. It makes it less confusing, so if you want to do that, you could just do that too, which is probably what I'm going to do until I get more used to this. So don't try to dive right into this fourth one right away, because it's going to take time to get used to get the rhythm down and the muscle memory and all that. So, and again, this can be used in auto battle. As soon as you initiate the Z button and you go into the Unison attack, it doesn't matter if you're in auto battle or manual, it's still going to work. I showed you earlier, I just want to show you again, just to set up these spells the way you want them. Just highlight that button right there, press the accept button. It's going to open up the menu, and this is where all your abilities are. Now I advise using the highest costing TP spells that you have, because again, as I mentioned in my other videos, Unison attack, the only advantage really of a Unison attack is you could use all these combinations and all these skills or tech points during that Unison time, and it doesn't cost any TP points. So that's the main advantage of using a Unison attack. If I wanted to change this one to say Tempest, I would just highlight Tempest, and boom, it's just going to set it right up. Now I could use Tempest, okay? But like I said, I'm still going to go back to this one right here. And now we're going to go outside and get into a few battles. Now, I hope they don't kill him before I demonstrate this. The main thing why I was missing Unison attacks, I wasn't waiting. You got to keep an eye on your head guy. Whoever the main guy is in your party. Alright, now we could see that my Unison bar is already full. Alright, but you got to make sure whoever you have leading the group, you got to keep an eye on them during the fight and make sure that they're actually hitting the enemy. They can't be running around the field or anything like that when you go to press the Unison attack, because it's going to miss and you're going to use up that Unison attack, and now you got to build up that bar all over again. So that's where I was screwing up. Find another fight, and this time I'm going to try to use it. And we're just going to use a basic one for now. Now as soon as he starts hitting them, like now, okay, now hit the buttons. So how fast you got to do this though? But it did work. I don't know if you happen to notice it, but the abilities that I had assigned, all four of them did work. And again, in this one, I just hit the A, B, X, Y, or whatever. You could do it in any order you want. And now you could see that they're already starting to build up the Unison bar again right down here. All right, and it fills up pretty quick. But we're not going to wait for that. I'm going to edit all this stuff so again we don't make an hour-long video. That was just the Z key, or the Z button, I mean. And then once that kicked in, make sure he's hitting them. Hit the Z button, and then the combination of the four buttons, whichever one you want to use in order to activate each person. Now we're going to do one a little more intricate. We're going to do one where we got to use the toggle. All right, so that's what we're going to do in the next one. Now, except for the fourth one, okay, excuse me. The other toggles are rather simple to use. All you got to do is just keep it pressed up. Just hit the Z key, press it up, and then hit your A, B, Y, X. And that's all you got to do. You could just keep it pressed up through the whole time, and it should work for everybody. So we're going to see in this one, I should, if I go for the upper, if I press up now, he should do Beast, she should do, or he should do Staglamite, Raise Satellite, and Fireball. Now, it's going to show them really fast. I'll try to slow it down or something in the video later. So let's see. Okay, here we go. There's a monster right there. Alright, let them start hitting them. Alright, here we go. Okay, I did the down one, but it did work. See it? See the spells right up there? But I did the down one instead of the up one. See, I did this one down here. So we've seen that this person did item thief, a theft, supersonic thrust, spread, and windblade. Have to stress that if you do this, you hit the Z key, and then when you start hitting the A, Y, B, all that, and it doesn't show up in the fight over here somewhere, then that means that you wasn't connecting the enemy with a hit or something with this guy. So keep that in mind. That's very important. This one, we're going to try the fourth attack. Now, this one's the hairy one. This one takes a little bit of getting used to. So let's see how it goes. A lot of times I still miss with this one, so we'll see. And again, just so we know what the spell should look like. If you look really fast, it should be Fierce Demon Fang, Icicle, Double Demon Fang, and Ring Whirlwind. Let's see if we could get it done. I hope I get a pretty strong boss, monster, so that they don't die so fast. Yeah, this guy's pretty strong. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, there's ring. Okay, I got about two of them off. As we could see, I got this one off, and I did get his off. And I'm not sure about Kratos, and I didn't see Icicle, so I think I missed this one. But again, if you don't want to use this, which I probably won't use this one too much, because you don't have to. You only need one good unison attack, a good, really strong spell on each person, and then they should combo later on and stuff, and do cool attacks that way. So you don't have to use all these. It's just an option if you do. It depends on how involved you like to fight. But you don't have to use all these. So keep that in mind. Just use whatever you're comfortable with. So, and that's basically it, guys. I think I pretty much covered the unison attacks. and how they're actually performed and how you use them. So until then, thanks for watching Wise Game, and we'll catch you on the next time. Take care. Don't forget to sub up.